crazy enough for you, if you want to up the stakes on how horrible the United States of America is. The United States of America is a disgusting country, right? Living here, I am just like being around these people in this country does a number on everyone's mental health, including mine. But this country is not just a country of stupid motherfuckers. It's a country of barbaric, uncivilized savages. And some of them call themselves judges. Some of them call themselves lawyers. And some of those people do this. Iowa teen who killed rapist, sentenced, ordered to pay $150,000 to the family of the rapist. A teenage human trafficking victim who was initially charged with first-degree murder after she stabbed her accused rapist to death was sentenced Tuesday in an Iowa court to 5 years of closely supervised probation and ordered to pay $150,000 in restitution to the man's family. You know what that's called? Slavery. That's what that's called. This person will not be able to pay that amount of money without a GoFundMe or something else like that, right? So what they want is this person who is 17. 17! Now again, what does minimum wage pay you in this country? Like what, $20,000, $30,000 a year? That is literally like 5 to 10 years. Maybe even longer, depending on, you know, how high rent prices become in the future. Right? She's fucked. Unless you can get a GoFundMe going on. Which I'm sure something like that will happen. But I mean, like, Jesus fucking Christ. And it gets worse. You might be thinking, oh, wow, this is really bad. The same country, by the way, that says that Kyle Rittenhouse is an American hero for buying a gun illegally and going to a protest and killing people for fun and entertainment. Oh, that was self-defense. Same country. Same country. Piper Lewis, 17, was sentenced Tuesday after she pleaded last year to involuntary manslaughter and willful injury in the June 2020 killing of 37-year-old Zachary Brooks of Des Moines. So this was 2 years ago. They were 15 at the time. 15. Both charges were punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Polk County District Judge David M. Porter on Tuesday deferred those prison sentences, meaning that if Lewis violates any portion of her probation, she could be sent to prison to serve that 20-year term. As for being required to pay the estate of her rapist, the court, quote, the court is presented with no other option. Really, no other option. Self-defense? Nah. They have no other option, Porter said, noting the restitution is mandatory under Iowa law that has been upheld by the Iowa Supreme Court. Lewis was 15 when she stabbed Brooks more than 30 times in a Des Moines apartment. Officials have said Lewis was a runaway who was seeking to escape an abusive life with her adopted mother and was sleeping in the hallways of a Des Moines apartment building when a 28-year-old man took her in before forcibly trafficking her to other men for sex. Lewis said one of those men was Brooks and that he had raped her multiple times in the weeks before his death. She recounted being forced at knife point by the 28-year-old to go with Brooks to his apartment for sex. She told officials that after Brooks had raped her yet again, she grabbed a knife from his bedside table and stabbed Brooks in a fit of rage. Police and prosecutors have not disputed that Lewis was sexually assaulted and trafficked, but prosecutors have argued that Brooks was asleep at the time and he was stabbed and not an immediate danger to Lewis. How about this? You are a 15-year-old child who has been raped several times, probably malnourished, probably not being fed properly, right? Probably malnourished. And let's say you try to escape, and let's say they wake up hearing your footsteps or hearing you open a door, and then they decide to kill you. How is that not an immediate threat? Like, let's be honest. If someone has you locked in a cage, and if they wake up, they will fuck you up, that's an immediate fucking threat. I don't know, man. These people are insane. Prosecutors in this sense, and they think they're doing we're doing a great job. Law and order. Law and order. Iowa is not among the dozens of states that have so-called safe harbor law that gives trafficking victims at least some level of criminal immunity. Lewis, who earned her GED while being held in juvenile detention, acknowledged in a statement prior to her sentencing that she struggled with the structure of her detention, including why I was treated like fragile glass or wasn't allowed to communicate with her friends or family. Quote, my spirit has been burned, but still glows through the flames, she read from a statement she had prepared. Hear me roar, see me glow, and watch me grow. I am a survivor, she added. The Associated Press does not typically name victims of sexual assault, but Lewis agreed to have her name used previously in stories about her case. Prosecutors took issue with Lewis calling herself a victim in the case and said she failed to take responsibility for stabbing Brooks and, quote, leaving his kids without a father. Now again, if only Lewis was a white police officer. You're a white police officer, you can kill as many black fathers as you want. 98% of the time, cops don't get charged when they murder someone. You're a white cop? Fuck it. Let's go on a murder spree. Let's kill 30, 40, 50 black fathers, and you're good to go. No charges, no court, maybe you get a paid vacation. You're a sexual trafficking victim who has been held in captivity for weeks and raped over and over and over again. You have less rights than a white police officer. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? That's crazy shit. That is crazy fucking shit. That is fucking crazy shit. The next 5 years of your life will be full of rules you disagree with, I'm sure of it, Porter said. He later added, this is the judge. This is the second chance that you've asked for. You don't get a third. You know, again, I talk about this a lot in a facetious way. People that make me rethink my position on the death penalty. But reading this, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the people that do like the death penalty, maybe they have some really good logic, right? What the fuck? Imagine you're the judge and you say this shit and you think you're tough but fair. Like, imagine saying this shit. Like, I literally... What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Wow. To be very clear, I am not calling to injure anybody, especially a judge. But I'm saying that, my God. My God? That is some crazy fucking shit. Carl Schilling, with the Iowa Organization for Victim Assistance, said a bill to create a safe harbor law for trafficking victims passed the Iowa House earlier this year, but stalled in the Senate under concerns from law enforcement groups that it was too broad. Oh, really? Oh, the cops want rape victims to go to jail. Isn't that great? Quote, there was a working group established to iron out the issue, Schilling said. Hopefully it will be taken up next year. Iowa does not, or rather, Iowa does have an affirmative defense law that gives some leeway to victims of crime if the victim committed the violation under compulsion by another's threat of serious injury, provided that the defendant reasonably believes that such injury was imminent. Prosecutors argued Tuesday that Lewis waived that affirmative defense when she pleaded guilty to manslaughter and willful injury. I mean, I don't know. Do I need to provide commentary? Is commentary necessary? Like, but this is the U.S. This is the U.S. of A. We the people, God bless this country, right? The same country, right? In the same political party that says that Kyle Rittenhouse is an American hero is saying that, oh, well, obviously, the rape victim that was held in captivity deserves 20 years of prison or 20 years of debt slavery because she killed someone who, again, held her in captivity for weeks and raped her continuously. That's not self-defense. Kyle Rittenhouse, self-defense, American hero. Rape victim who managed to kill the rapist then escape. Shame on you. 15 years old. 15 years old. What a crazy fucking country. This is crazy shit. Like, and when I tell you this, like, when I tell you Republicans, there's no such thing as a good Republican, this is why. Right? Whatever Republican wants to, like, oh, I don't agree with that, blah, 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 this is what they vote for. When Republicans say, oh, no, I support law enforcement, and they, you know, donate to the Blue Lives Matter groups, this is what those groups do. Police groups stopped a safe harbor law from being passed. The police weighed in and said, no, rape victims deserve to be going to jail. Rape victims deserve to be debt slaves. So this is what I mean. The consequences of your actions. I don't care about intent. To me, intent is meaningless. When your actions result in this fucking shit, your intent, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I love Law and Order, but I mean, you know, I didn't know that the Law and Order people would be doing... some crazy shit. And this is why I say there's no such thing as a good Republican. No such thing as a good Republican. None. There's no such thing. They're all bad. Every single Republican. Your uncle, your grandpa, your fucking coworker. I don't give a fuck who they are. They are fucking pure evil. They are evil incarnate. And I'm not talking about the religious concept of evil. I'm talking about, like, you know, the American Psycho style of evil, right? Like, these people just kill and murder for entertainment. They ruin people's lives for entertainment. To them, it's entertaining to see rape victims suffer. They read this shit and they go like, yes, oh, that's so juicy. Oh, yeah. Why? Because they're fucking insane. They are fucking insane. There's no other argument. There's no other context you need. They are fucking crazy, psychopathic motherfuckers. 100% of Republicans. Not 99, not 80, not 50-50. 100% of Republicans are fucking serial killer want-to-bes. Now, I say that to be very clear. They want to be serial killers, but a lot of them, let's be honest, they're too inept to get away with it. So what they do is they enact their dark rampage fantasies on other people via law and order, via police, via judges, and state repression and oppression of minorities especially, right? That's how they get their sick fucking jimmies off, because they're crazy motherfuckers. They are crazy. There is no good Republican. There is none. They're all bad. And again, I know a lot of people get triggered. Oh, but my uncle, you know, yeah, my uncle hates black people and wants them to die. But, you know, when you get 3 beers in and you play a game of pool, he's a really fun guy. Yeah, fuck your uncle too, okay? Fuck him and fuck you for defending his ass, okay? I'm sick of these fucking Republicans. I'm sick of Republican voters. I'm sick of these fucking crazy motherfuckers. They are insane and they belong in straitjackets on an island somewhere far away from the rest of us. So, there you go.